Welcome to the pit, everybody.
I feel like an idiot.
Welcome to the pit, everybody, where we talk about metal news, metal albums, and metal beams, metal construction. We talk about lots of stuff on here. If you're new, this is just the intro now. If you're new to the podcast, then we review metal albums. And I'm just repeating what I said at this point. Oh my gosh. We got a banger of an episode cooked up for you. I'm here, Mason's here, he's up there, down there, over wherever. And we're just gonna have a good old time.
Not like we didn't record that intro once and it actually got hooked up to my other channel that I haven't posted.
We're good.
Just random live on the wrong channel. I gotta fix that now, but that's okay. That made me get back into the mood of the swing. It's 11:40.
Now don't get the whole. We're doing great. It is 1 p.m. as of the time we're recording this. We both just had a nice lunch. What'd you have for lunch?
What I have for lunch?
Yeah, what'd you have for
rolls.
Lunch? Pizza rolls.
At 11.
I had breakfast casseroles at 12:30 for lunch.
That's great, man.
It was actually really delicious.
That sounds delicious.
Eggs,
but
sausage, peppers.
That actually sounds really good.
Delicious. It was really good. We still have a bunch left if you want to come over.
It's 11:45 at night. My voice is tired. I'm tired, but we're
still
doing
you're breaking the whole aesthetic.
No, I'm not breaking the whole aesthetic. It's not matter. It's not 1 o'clock. It's clearly you can look outside your window behind you and it's dark.
Yeah, I just have the blinds closed.
Your blinds are closed.
That's what I said, yeah.
You can see them.
No, they're closed. Anyways, let's talk about some metal news. What do we have on the docket today?
Okay, before I can get I get all the giggles out real quick. I can't believe I just said the giggles. Oh my god, it's 2024. That actually came out of my mouth.
Can't believe I said the giggles in 2024. None of the hoes will want me now.
None of the hoes want me anymore. Oh my god. Okay, let's just get into it, man, before I start going off on a tangent. I hope people find these old videos sometime in the future, whatever happens to the channel, and they just look back.
I hope that when aliens find our civilization, thousands of years in the future, they find this video.
Let's get on to the metal news, and let's go ahead and start with Opeth.
Opeth.
I have heard.
I have no idea what Opeth is, but
that's fine.
This is all him.
I just thought I'd talk about it. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I haven't also been... I think I've heard of Opeth before as well. And I just haven't had time to find some of the songs. But I'm putting this bit in just so I can throw out there to anyone who is an Opeth fan. If you want us to review the band, now's your chance. So they announced their first return album in 5 years called The Last Will and Testament. If I believe that is correct. I believe they released maybe a single on their channel. I did hear about that, but that is new. So I wanted to be able to mention that out. I have interest in them. Doesn't mean I'm cool with reviewing them, but I did want to at least throw that out there at the time being. Okay. So
also, speaking of albums that are on the way and singles that are out, Serj Tankian of System of a Down. Did we talk about this?
No, we didn't actually. Go ahead.
Okay. So he came out with a new single recently, still trying to push his album that he's working on, but honestly I think it was much of an improvement from his previous song AF Day. I'm very excited for it. It sounds more like old System of a Down vibes, and honestly I'm ready to see what the album EP or whatever it is has to offer. I know a lot of people are just release another System of a Down album, but it's something, it's good music. I'm just gonna keep listening to it,
you know what? I'm not a big fan of a lot of the singles that I've heard from him, at least. So
you liked it behind the camera. You liked. I'm calling you out right now.
I liked it. I was trying to get there. I like it. It's pretty good. His voice. It just reminded me of System of a Down and the perfection of it. I love Serj Tankian's voice so much. I really would. If I could ask God for a new voice other than this forsaken South Carolina voice that I was given, I would ask for Serj Tankian's gift of God voice. In a heartbeat, I would.
Quite a wish. I mean, you could like end world hunger or solve racism, but you're like, man, if only I sounded like Serj Tankian.
I think it would be. I think I'd get away with a lot more stuff than I really thought I would.
Prime Surge.
Prime Surge, where I could still scream and sound good. I think that is. Yeah, no, his song was really good. I liked it a lot. I am excited. I will check out the new album. I will not put all my eggs in the one basket and say that this is going to be great. I have no idea. I heard AF Day. I wasn't a fan of AF Day. Just something about Serj Tankian singles just feels so weird to me. I don't know. They just feel so weird.
I do think that whenever he steps away from System of a Down, it does lose something but it's what he wants to do, and no one can tell him what to do.
That's right.
Except himself. So if this is the direction that he wants to go, and he just wants to release his own music with his own band that he has complete control over, then that's what he wants to do.
It's fine.
So I'm excited for it. I'll of course give it a listen, and I'm a little bit more hopeful after this single than I was listening to AF Day. Although I will say I did like the screaming on AF Day. It was pretty good. He just had like a really long, weird bridge in the song that I wasn't a fan of. But honestly, I'm hopeful for the future.
Yep, and I think that's cool. It's cool with me. I'm all right with it. I'm all right with checking out some of his stuff. I'm not against it, and I think also along with that, I did want to talk about something before we get into the next single. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. So Limp Bizkit's Loserville tour has kicked off, and I've been seeing commercials about it on TV and stuff, and that's been pretty fun. It's nice to see that they're going on tour again. And then there was a situation that happened in Toronto. I think was it last week or was it like just yesterday at the time of this recording?
I think it was just a few days ago. By the time this comes out, it'll be at least a week ago. But Fred Durst gets up on stage and he's just like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" So then he announces to the crowd that Drake is in the crowd, and it just seems that Fred Durst is so out of it when it comes to the news because everyone starts booing and he's like, "What? What? I thought he was your homie."
Drake's my homie.
And then everyone's just like, "No, boo, boo, Drake. We don't want to talk about Drake." And then he was just like, "Oh well, he's in the crowd, and this next song actually goes out to Drake because he's still my homie." And then everyone just keeps booing, and I'm like, Fred Durst, no, he
I
doesn't know
don't
anything.
I don't think he knows what happened. And we're a metal podcast and we know what happened. We know what happened. And
I mean, I listen to a lot of different kinds of music, so I don't know.
That's fine.
But
I think that's fine for. I mean, I do occasionally, but
it was just funny how Fred Durst was just like insistent, like, what? I thought he was your homie. He's my homie.
He's my homie, Toronto. And it's funny because isn't that where he's from? Isn't he from Canada? Or Drake's from Canada?
Yeah, he's from, yeah.
I think that's so weird that out of all people to be friends with Drake is Fred Durst. But I mean, then again, with the rapping background, I think that's okay. I just think Fred doesn't know what was accused or caught on, so I don't
think he knows.
I don't think he knows at all. I don't think it's something people can just hate on him for. If he doesn't know, he doesn't know. I believe that he knows now. Maybe after all this is coming out, he'll probably change his opinion, but we're not here to tell you how his opinion is. If he wants to be friends with the guy, I don't care. Like, it's just none of that matters to us.
I don't think Fred.
It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? Like, why are you? Or 1 o'clock in the afternoon? Why are you yawning? Then you just get sleep and woke up.
Yeah, I'm about to get on for my mid-afternoon nap before my. Sorry. But yeah, Fred Durst. I think even if you didn't know about the situation, if he was just like, "Yeah, I'm cool," Drake, he'd be like, "I really don't care if anybody else like says no or whatever. He just seems like the kind of dude to just not care
Yeah,
about that stuff. So I don't know.
he does. And I think that, man, I just think it's kind of ironic and funny. Maybe I think he'll maybe maybe pay attention to more news now, depending on what's going on. But hey, I mean, Loserville hopefully still goes off without a hitch.
I don't know. It wasn't like a huge controversy or
I mean,
anything.
okay,
So
and
I
that's
feel
fine.
like
It's not meant to be, but maybe because he was odd, he was very visibly confused on stage when he said that. Like he
which
was just,
was super funny. Not gonna
it
lie.
was funny, but I felt bad. I was like, you know what, that's fine. Fred, go enjoy your tour. Do what you got to do.
Enjoy Loserville. Yeah.
All right. And speaking of tours, I do not know what tour this is called because I completely forgot about it. But it's a tour consisting of 3 bands, maybe others: Five Finger Death Punch, Slaughter to Prevail, and Marilyn Manson. They are having a tour right now, and they're supposed to be going all across America. And I think 2 days ago, on the 3rd of August, or maybe there's one yesterday, you did. I don't know. First time Marilyn Manson came back on stage somewhere, and I think it was Colorado or Maryland. I don't remember. I confuse them with the
I
states.
think it was Maryland.
It was like spring something. I don't know. And I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. We like in terms of all the controversy that has surrounded him in this podcast reviews channel, we separate artists from art. Okay, that's what we do here on this. So we're not here promoting anything. We're not here siding with anyone. We're not here to incite any sort of violent conversation or what it may be on disagreeing or agreeing. We're not here to, even if we agree with the vast majority of people in terms of things that have happened to an artist that are 100% true, we still would like to be able to talk about the music side of things. And that's what we're talking about when it involves Marilyn Manson, just the music type of things. We are not here to talk about the controversy. We are not here, even if we do agree with it, we're just here to talk about the music, okay? Chill environment, just music talk. So with that being out of the way, even if you do disagree with us and don't want to watch it because you can't separate art from artist, that's fine. We're not here to hate you on that opinion at all. If that's what you believe in, you're more than welcome to go to the next podcast. It's fine. It's not going to hurt us. We're not going to get offended. Just, it's cool with us. So with that being said, man, it feels so euphoric. It feels so euphoric to see him on stage and he do his first song and he said that how much he missed him. Like he's like, I remember him saying like, I missed you guys. And I was like, whoa, like that settled with that. Like it hit me for a minute. I was like, damn, here's this dude that got so big in the 90s. I feel like lost his way somewhere within the middle 2000s, got big again in like the late 2010s, and then had that controversy happen. I feel like maybe it was like and also it's not hating on him like in terms of this, but he was really overweight. And I shouldn't say anything because I'm overweight and like of how I am. And he got okay. I didn't want to like call you out.
No. It was so fun. Like it's so funny because he goes from being like this skinny dude. That's his whole persona, and then like I don't know. You showed me like he was like
Very
like doing a cameo on this show I haven't heard about, and he was just like so fat. It's funny, honestly.
And then he lost a lot of weight. And then he
He
looks
did
like
he lost all that weight, so you know.
I mean, he looks really good, and I think that's commendable. I think someone who's able to take that time to do it, and I think after the controversy, it was definitely like, I guess it sparked him to do something like that. It's cool. He got himself back into shape, and he came back on stage, sounded great. Definitely, I think took the time was necessary to rehabilitate himself, and I think he did a great job in his performance on everything, and a lot of the fans loved it too. So I think that's really cool. I think that is genuinely such a great moment for an artist to be able to do something like that and come back from it. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like 10 times better, and he's enjoying him now. And case in point, he released a new single called.
Hold on. There's another thing. Apparently, it was I think his real name is Brian, but Marilyn Manson's birthday came out recently, like right before sometime before the tour, and it was so funny. Like I didn't see like the whole video, but it's just like them singing happy birthday for him, and he's like in full like makeup and costume and everything, and he's got the blue eye, and he's just kind of like standing there like
I gotta find that.
as everyone's like happy for. I'll see if I can find it after and show you later, but Everyone's just like, "Happy birthday, Marilyn Manson," and he's just like, "Eh, eh."
Man, would I give to do an interview with that guy just to see what he would say?
Oh my
Genuinely.
gosh.
Yeah, no, that I think it's really cool that he went to the concert, and I genuinely think that is, I think it's really good that he was able to do something like that. I genuinely do think that. Good job for him, and also like Slaughter Bavell doing tours with Five Finger Death Punch and
Slaughter to Prevail,
Marilyn
dude.
Manson, man, is fucking awesome. Let's go, Alex the Terrible. Let's go.
Alex the Terrible. That man can scream.
I think he has the best
Like
scream.
whenever they just seeing clips of them doing Viking, I'm like, I want to go so bad just to hear like him scream throughout an entire auditorium and it be heard by everybody. No mic, no amplifier, no speakers, no nothing. Just oh man, it's so cool. I want to see.
If we want to talk about Slaughter Prevail later, maybe we'll do like a follow up, like a nostalgia album. There's bands we have listened to before we haven't talked about, so that is a topic we want to bring up. So it is, if you guys do want to see it, that's cool with us. That we are going to be discussing. We can go back to Slaughter Prevail. We can talk about their albums. We can talk about their singles. Do it.
Yeah, we can talk about Slaughter Prevail, System of a Down,
Sleep Token,
Marilyn Manson, Slipknot,
Korn. Yeah, we're wearing Korn shirts.
We're not doing a full review of Korn. They have too many albums.
No, we'll beat around the bush. No, but we'll talk about Korn if we need to.
We'll get the good ones.
We'll do it. And they are also on tour as well with Gojira.
Yes.
Also, another band.
Gojira.
Yeah. So that's a lot of stuff we can talk about. There's a lot of stuff we can't. It just depends. But yeah, that was. And I think if we want to, do we want to try it? Do you want to try it? Do you want to just okay? All right.
Yeah,
let's go for it. We're gonna react to As Sick as the Secrets Within music video by Marilyn Manson. We are going to do a live reaction of it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the music. We're going to talk about the way it sounds in the music video. Go ahead and give myself a little bit of this because I got to edit this shit later, and that's going to be hard. So,
you know what, editing Mason, I'm going to give you a little bit of this to edit out.
It's going right in.
No.
So we're going to react to the music video. We're going to do stopping because we have to provide commentary, because if not, YouTube will get mad at us because we shouldn't be doing this.
We're not trying to steal any of this. This was made by Marilyn Manson and his band. We didn't make this. We are reviewing this because it sounds cool and not because we're trying to steal it. I think by the fact that we're putting this, I don't know, like 20 minutes into the podcast kind of says that, we're not just trying to rip it for our own personal gain. We're not making it a dime off of this. We're just listening to the music.
Right. This, in terms of the Spotify, would probably get taken out, I think. Because
Spotify listeners, you might got to go to YouTube for this one if you care enough.
Yeah.
If not, then there might be like a big cut and then us being like, whoa, that music was bopping.
And that's what we'll do too when we're done. We'll actually do it.
Okay. Or actually, editing Mason, take that and then splice it into the future, like after.
To the end. Cool. Okay. All right, cool.
Oh, we got you.
So the cut will happen here. And if you're on YouTube, thank you.
Now we're on YouTube. You're a G.
You're a G, and we love you. We love
more than Spotify, but we won't say that.
We love the 4 subscribers we have right now. Mwah.
I loved all 14 views we got on the last video.
I did too. Thank you to anyone who did watch and who is.
If you watched before 14 subscribers. You don't get 14 subscribers. You don't get 14 viewers without making some enemies.
Those are some real words right there. Those are real talk right there.
All right, let's talk about As Sick as the Secrets.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
All right, pause the video. So as you can see here, this.
That's right. Every 3 seconds, we're pausing the video. This will be a 6-hour long podcast, and when we're done,
there's a lot of octopi, octa people in the video, and a lot of it looks AI generated, except for the parts with him in it. And I'm just curious what you think about like the use of AI in music videos and in art and stuff like that.
Limp Bizkit just uploaded a full AI music video. I couldn't care enough. It's fine. Like I'm
I
okay
was
with
just
it.
curious.
No, I mean
This part right here, the skin sack though that he uses, like there's just something extra creepy about the main
it gave
skin
me
sack.
Nero Forte vibes because that was in Nero Forte a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did too. With like the spinning like dancers inside the
Yeah.
skin. I did think about that video.
What's it called as well? That also starting off with, and you could see like him coming out of the darkness kind of thing. He has that whole look again. It's like the new. I'm gonna be honest.
To me, hold on. To me, that is like the return. He's back
Yeah,
finally
like he's the return.
after 3 or 4 years of kind of hiatus dealing with allegations and court cases and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I think that after hearing everything and seeing everything, I'm going to describe this music video already, or maybe I should say my thoughts at the end about that. Talk about it now, actually, now that I'm here. I get like a lot of his music videos are so creepy and weird. I would say the latter Marilyn Manson album or Marilyn Manson music videos don't get as creepy depending on what you're looking at. And it just depends on what you're looking at. Sorry for clearing my throat as well. It's like losing my voice a little bit over tonight.
Yeah, what do you do? I thought it was just like the middle of the day where you're already losing your voice.
Oh, I mean, of course. Sorry, it's my it's my I got over my afternoon nap. That's why I'm here. I got to clear my
Oh,
throat.
oh, you already had your. Okay, I got you.
I did. So I got like really big disposable teen music video vibes from this. Like it was really weird and it gets uncomfortable. But I love how
Disposable teens and beautiful people just like kind of vibes with like just like something you're like, this is weird, this isn't what I would think anything in my mind could even look like.
Oh yeah, grotesque. It was grotesque. Very grotesque.
Yeah.
And I think with this and also his voice sounds really good too as well, even with like age as he is now. I think it still holds up. I think what you can compare this music video in sound, it's like if you took the sound of Marilyn Manson in The Pale Emperor or Heaven Upside Down and put music videos of Hollywood or Antichrist Superstar, like it's a good match. It's like, I think, because the problem with me is like I didn't like the middle Marilyn Manson with like the other albums from like mid 2000 to like late 2010 or like early 2010, sorry. Did not hit for me because it didn't sound as good as I really thought they were. But I think now this is like the best of both worlds from his old self and new self combined. I think it sounds really good.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily know if I share the same sentiment as I think his voice is a little bit dialed back. I think he is like editing his voice a little bit. I think you really tell on the verses. I think the screams are fine though. That we were just seeing, but I don't know if it's as solid as I would have hoped it would have been. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with it. I also like the lyrics he's doing too. Like his lyrics have always gotten really like very dark and off edge, and this one's really nice too. And he's like, like I think it was like it's only I can't remember. I gotta listen to it again real quick, and we will. It's something about a reason to get high, and I feel like that's actually like personal struggles he can put into it, and he does put a lot of thought into his songs as well.
Yeah,
and I like the imagery.
I feel like he has like such a specific way of writing lyrics. I can't really pin it, but the way that he writes lyrics is so distinct and original. So whenever he writes a song, like this is Marilyn Manson writing. Like I don't think he has any ghostwriters. I think he writes all of the music 100% himself. And I could be wrong on that. And if I'm wrong on that, then okay. But you know what I mean? Like it has this distinct feel about how he like describes situations and stuff like that. Or if you don't get that, then never mind.
Oh, no, I get it. I get it. I get it. Man, I just like the weird like atmosphere I'm getting from it again. It feels like old Marilyn Manson coming back again, just with a new look, and I enjoy it. I think that's
I also enjoy the ancient Greek murals and stuff like that. I love ancient Greek mythology and all sorts of stuff like that. So seeing all the murals in the background and at the start, like sort of looking like a devilish like statue of David, it's kind of weird, but I do appreciate all of
the
all that
artistic
stuff.
atmosphere of it. It's very nice.
Yeah,
I genuinely hope that he is actually painting those drawings up there, because I don't know if I read it he's actually an artist or not. And I think that'd be kind of cool as like a side project.
that would be pretty cool. I doubt it, but that would be pretty cool.
I would like that a lot if he did or not. But I mean, I don't know. Are you sure that's AI they're using back there? It might be.
I'm not saying it's all AI, but I think some of it is.
The
Like definitely any of the stuff dealing with the octopus. I think it just looks to it. How did they do it? Maybe animations or CG or something like that. But I don't think it was. I don't a naturally occurring event in nature. You know what I'm saying?
right, of
Look
course.
at
What a visual that just grasps, dude. It is.
so. Oh my gosh, it's so creepy. Like whenever he breaks out of it, if you don't mind, I would like to um share my theory on what I think this music video, like the picture it's painting.
So before you get to your point, I want to get two things out of the way. One, I thought the song was really good. I liked it. Felt like a good return. I enjoyed the song a lot. That is my take on it. Number two, the single EP art that I will put on the screen right now, that thing that he has the mirror in him, looks like the state of Nevada. All right, anyways, you can go ahead, Wes.
So here's what I get from the music video. Okay, there's a couple different versions of Marilyn Manson. Basically, I think this is all him inside his own mind. Okay, there's the figure of Marilyn Manson that is he's wearing all black with the weird black hat in front, mostly in front of the octopus, and he's like, I feel like he's controlling everything, within Marilyn Manson's mind. There's the Marilyn Manson that's writing on the scribes and making the pictures and stuff inside his mind, and he's trying to find the key because he shows up with a key later on. There's like the Marilyn Manson that everybody else sees. It's just kind of like normal Marilyn Manson, black hair, white face paint, blue eye. It's just standard image of Marilyn Manson, and that's what everyone sees. And then there's the Marilyn Manson that feels trapped by everything, trapped by allegations, trapped by fame, trapped by. I mean, he said before in songs and out of songs, like he never asked for any of this fame, but he got it anyways. And because of all of this fame, then he can feel trapped by it at times. And him like taking a step back from music for a few years and then releasing this song, I feel like that was the sort of the metaphor whenever he's breaking out of that, and then it's finally like the raw him, the real him, like he's just, I don't care at this point, I've made my money, I'm releasing this for the joy of the art now. And that may be speaking too much into it, but that's why it's just a theory.
A metal theory.
A metal theory. An an alt heavy rock theory. I know he is
Goth
metal,
rock
but
theory.
but he's not like true blue metal.
Yeah, and that's all right. I think overall it's a really good song, especially for like a comeback song. Very good song. I do quite like it.
Yeah,
and it makes me a little bit excited for the next album that he's going to release, and all the future songs. So can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, it comes to the main part that brought us here to begin with. It's time for the review. Let's get
for the review.
Into the review.
Oh my gosh. Did I make a Keemstar joke last time? I feel like I did.
I don't know, but I could definitely find it and put it somewhere in here to.
Oh my gosh. I feel it. I had this idea in my head rolling around for the whole first podcast, or like the days leading up to us recording the first episode, I was totally going to do a Keemstar reference, but I don't think I did. I might not have.
You might have.
Anyway, let's get into
Rob.
Sehnsucht.
Okay, all right. Let me
Say
do
it
this.
right. Oh wait,
Sehnsucht.
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 I said it right the first time.
Zay.
You're saying it wrong now.
No, I'm not.
Sehnsucht.
Sehnsucht. Pronounce your S's as Z's.
Sehnsucht. I am pronouncing. Man,
We're
reviewing Rammstein's second album. How about
that? Reviewing Rammstein's second album, their most famous album, the one that I think got them platinum in America. I'm sure. I don't know. They were the first German band I think to get a God, what was it again? I'll edit that out. The only album entirely in German to be certified platinum. That's what it is. Which is a fucking amazing feat to do for a German metal band. That is crazy. And it's also because the reason they probably get that too is not only on the back of their first album being really good and famous, also being featured in American films, but also going on tour with Korn and Limp Bizkit in the Family Values concert that was there. They were in the concert because they replaced Rob Zombie in that tour. So that's what got them big too as well. And they were going off back of playing at live performances off of their first album as well. And of course, this is their most famous album. It is the most bought, of course, platinum, one of the most recognizable albums by Rammstein. And of course, it has their most famous song that everyone knows, Du Hast, which is one of the reasons that this album got so big was because of Du Hast. They were playing this all over the place, and people instantly fell in love with it too. And also, I think it had a little bit more simple lyrics, especially for a German one. When they just go Du Hast over and over again, people are more. I think people in America kind of like took that a little bit better, but
I guess they kind of learned from Rammstein. What if we just said the same word over and over again? Genius, banger alert.
That's how we get these stupid Americans to like our song. No, but genuinely.
And then later they're like, let's speak English. Maybe then they'll like the songs. I know that wasn't their reasoning. I'm just joking around.
That's funny. No, overall, this album as a second album as being the most famous, I'll go ahead and get it out of the way. I love this album. When I first listened to Rammstein, I was not a fan. I was really not a fan of this album. I really wasn't, because I felt a lot of disorganization. And after going back through it, I really do enjoy it. I see why it was so famous, because it was a more refined. I wouldn't say this is refined Rammstein, but this was definitely when they were starting to go in the right direction. See, that like Rammstein songs and music have an evolution, sort of. You got your first, goes throughout the years, and their albums they have 8 albums, definitely sound more like what they were in their latter albums, more with the better technical audio recordings they have, the EQing, and I think that worked in their favor over time. But this one, I'm glad that they got big in the 90s, because it helped them with their fan base in the 2000s and the early 2000s and late 2000s as well, and the 2020s as well. So this was definitely a very important album. It got it featured in a lot of movies, might I say. So this got them off the ground. This was just like hit the plate running, especially for their second album to get that big. What a feat for a band to do. And that doesn't even
imagine like people's second album being like their most known album. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Listen here.
System of a Down, Slipknot. I guess Slipknot, right?
Iowa, maybe.
But
the difference is that was they speak English. This one speaks German. That's a little bit of a harder feat to do, I would say. But yeah, overall, I love this album. Great album. A lot of differences, and it's not as heavy. It's not as heavy as the first album, I would say, but it's got bits in there that
are it is a little bit lighter. And if I'm going to say my piece on it, all I have to say is they had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie, and you're actually not going to like the way that I'm going to use that meme, because I think I don't know if we want to get into like the songs that we like in the album yet, but honestly, I do feel like it has a specific aura that it's trying to emit with some of these songs, and I really do appreciate it. But I find myself liking the second half of the album more than the first half.
It's not that I don't hate if you don't like this, like the first half of the album, but that's my
Stay
opinion.
hydrated, kids. Drink your water.
Your opinion is mine, but in reverse.
Oh no!
Yeah. I like the first half of the album way more than I do the second, but there better be some goddamn songs from the first half that I enjoy a lot. Let's just go ahead and get into it and get my suffering over with before it's too late. Because I'm just gonna, sorry, slipped up there for a minute. Okay.
Yep. Let's get into the.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about Sehnsucht.
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 Stay Zuckerberg. Okay. Sehnsucht. All right. Sehnsucht. The first song, the
So
title track.
This is what I was talking. This is what I was talking about.
This.
You are not allowed to say the German names.
It translates to longing. That is the meaning of it. As a first song in the album, a fucking banger. My God, I love this song. I like the keyboarding vibe. I love the fast paced nature of it. I don't know. I just like the song a lot. I think it's great.
I do enjoy the little opener. I wish they had. Yes, like this. When I heard this first, I was just like, I hope the whole album is like this. The whole album was not like that, but I really did enjoy the intro on this track, and I thought it was super cool.
What about the rest of the song?
So that intro, like I'm telling you, like I'm sorry, I'm not as much of a fan of this song. I think mixing in with the almost 80s like piano power chords.
I thought that was cool.
I'm just not much of a fan of that. I'm sorry.
I think you just hate Christian Lorenz. I think you're just a big hater on him. I don't even think you care about the key. I think you just hate. All I heard is keyboard this, keyboard sucks that. Wait till it's like a band that you really want to, and I give opinions back.
Yeah, like that hasn't happened before. All right.
Viewers at home, mommy and daddy are fighting. Please skip ahead to later in the film when we're done.
Please skip ahead to 52:35 to hear me leave the podcast because me and Mason get into a big argument. Let's just go ahead and move on to Engel, the whistly song.
Engel. It means angel, and oh fuck, I love the whistling. I love this fucking song. It just goes so hard.
I do like this one much more than the first song. It makes me feel like I'm in a wild western.
It's because the whistling. Fuck, man.
With the whistling.
I think it sounds so good. The weird techno vibes to it, and then the hardcore, the guitar. I love this guitar work on this song, man. It's just so good. I don't know. I love it. It's great. Oh boy, I enjoy it better. Tear.
Okay, so
animal. Tear means
no.
is animal. No.
Tear. Intro. Hear me out. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Now you will never unhear it. The little like strummy guitar intro that they do sounds a lot like Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. I don't care when that song came out. That's just immediately what it reminded me of. And every time I hear this song now, it's just Ain't No Rest for the Wicked.
I hate you just talk about intros around here. I'll be the first one to say this. I'm not the biggest fan of this song. I'm not. I'm really not. I love Sehnsucht and I loved Engel. I really do love Engel. Tear, very weird part to put it in my opinion. I don't know why they put it in so early.
Eh.
Yeah.
Now now this next song,
Oh,
Bestrafe mich,
Bestrafe
mich,
mich.
Bestrafe mich.
Yep.
Okay, least favorite song in the album. I hate this song so
I
much.
was so hopeful for a minute. It
It's
means okay.
so
One Bestrafe means punish me, and I actually like the song. I think it's pretty. I think it's better than Harate mich, the last one.
no.
The Bestrafe mich, Strovish. God, I like that one. I don't know.
Personally, this song sounds to me like it just feels a lot slower than the first three songs. It may or may not be, but it just feels a lot slower. It's just draining. I can't even really like put my finger on it, but
I mean, you're right. I mean, it is slower.
yeah, I think it's just how like the guitars go a little bit slower, and then they seem to take like a back seat, and then um Till Lindemann comes in with his singing, and it's just I don't know, it doesn't hit for me. I don't really like the song.
That's fine. I like Bestrafe mich. I like the really slowed down, very like it's led by like what bass. I think Oliver does good on it. I think, and I do like his. I don't know. I like the weird atmosphere of it. I guess that's what puts me off for it. Here we go. The one and only Du hast, which means you have. Du Du
What do
hast.
you have though?
I have Du hast.
What did you think about it?
It's a banger. It's one of the most popular songs. I listened to this before I even got fully into Rammstein. I love Du hast. All right.
Honestly, I think it was better second time around. I'm not gonna lie. I listened to the
Okay.
song before, and re-listening to it. I mean, I'm not the I'm not one for super repetitive choruses. I make exceptions sometimes to that, but I prefer it to be more fluid. But this one, like, I, I think it is pretty good, honestly.
I like to host. It's iconic. It's iconic. It's an iconic song. I make a little bit exceptions too for like the most popular songs, depending on how it is. And you can't just like I mean we talked about Rammstein, the song Rammstein from the last one, from the last album, and how iconic that was for how it did. I mean, what else do you guys say about Du Hast? It's iconic. It's their most famous song. There's nothing to debate that. It's great, and I think what makes it good too, and especially in people who speak English eyes, is the simplicity of the lyrics. I mean, it's not much work they're doing there. Carried by the guitar mainly, and I think that's really nice. Till does a great job just getting simple, and I think that's fine. I think it works perfectly in this song. And the repetitive, there is a story to it, obviously. And Du hast meaning you have. It's very good song. Really appreciate it. I know what I'm about to say the next one because I've seen the live performances of it, but Book Dish, it means bend over.
Honestly, I'm so much more of a fan of this song than when you first showed it to me.
I fucking love this song so much, man.
I know you like it because of the live performance.
No, not just that. I like the
Um,
song too because it just sounds so heavy.
yeah, it just is like in your face, like if I was falling asleep at this point in the album, I would be like, waking me
Bend
up.
over.
I mean, it just what?
That's what I mean. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give a little
I
bit
know.
of insight on this song. All right, one, I'm glad you love it. By the way, this song fucking rules, man. It is a heavy song. It is a
Uh huh.
crazy fucking song.
Uh
What? What?
huh. No, go ahead.
A little bit of insight into the song as well. This song is very controversial for them because of the live performance that they do. What is a live performance, you say? It rhymes with Segex. And
Say
and
Gex.
Segex. I think it's such a crazy fucking live performance, and I'm not gonna talk about it here. Just go look up the live performance of Book Dish and tell me. But this got them banned. No, they didn't get them banned, but every time they come to America now, Till Lindemann has to describe because he did get like arrested for whatever the hell they did on stage because of how ludicrous they did. So every time they have to come to the country, they have to describe what the point of this whole thing was, and they get let in. So I think that's kind of funny to talk about now because It is such an outrageous live performance, but it's really cool and it's a very iconic song in its own right. Fucking banger, crazy song, man.
Yeah.
Spiel mit mir.
And then we're brought to the next song,
Spiel mit
which
mir.
has like this creepy foreboding. I don't want to talk about intros or whatever, but it continues on to the rest of the song. Okay, and you have, I feel like, a well placed slow burner song, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it's
And I don't mind the keyboard here at all. I think it's very creepy, and honestly, this is um this is honestly where the album starts to like pick up more for me. Not that I didn't like Du hast and Bukdish, but I feel like it starts like ramping up from here, which is funny because Mason doesn't.
Spiel mit mir. I do like it. I think it has a good sound to it. In my opinion, in the anniversary edition, there is a 2023 mix. I prefer the 2023 mix more than the original because it sounds heavier to me. This one is very lighter. It does have a weird atmosphere. I love the little doo 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 doo, like the creepy keyboard vibes, and like I think that's kind of how best I could summarize it.
I like the little t t t t t t t t.
Like that's how it's creepy. It's really creepy, but it sounds cool, and I fucking love it. Yeah, Spiel mit mir is good. It just sometimes a little bit too slower for me. Okay, what's the next one? Clavier, which means piano.
Dude,
This song is so good.
this song is really good. It starts out like very slow and stuff like that, and it just like starts building and building and building into this like huge climax throughout the whole song. And honestly, the song is pretty cool.
This song is a banger. Very, very good. Slower Rammstein again prevails. I feel like this was kind of like their this version song of Seaman, just different song, I think. But man, it's really good. I love the slower vibe and atmosphere of it. Just it's really nice. Cool. I actually like that one because I really like that one. Out of the second half, that's probably my favorite from that. It's really good. The next one, Alter Man, which means old man. I did not like the song at all.
It was all right. It wasn't my favorite or anything, but I think it was all right.
Just forgettable for me. Just I didn't like the.
It does feel a little played out, but it wasn't like a bad song.
Eifersucht, which means jealousy. It's actually not bad.
It does bring a slightly different vibe than I was originally thinking whenever I was listening throughout this whole album. I think the placement is a little weird, but it's whatever. I don't know.
It is weird. I didn't think it was that bad, but it's like just I don't know. To me, it just was kind of weird to put it out there. And then the last song of the album, Kuss mich, which means kiss me. Overall, the song is not bad. It's a weird way to end the album. Very weird way to end the album, and it's not bad. But there is this weird part in the song that adds like a cartoon, like I don't know what it was like. I don't know what it was. It sounded like a cartoon. Spring. You remember that? It's weird.
Hold on, I just had it.
It's in the intro.
I was skipping through it. No, it's at 304 or 305.
It's that weird.
And it's just like, I don't know. Or maybe they use it multiple times.
The song is fine, but why did they put that in there? It's such a funny.
They do use it multiple times. They use it in the beat. Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
my
forgot
God.
about that.
It's so funny. Oh my God, it's so funny. And I just couldn't
So
stop
yeah,
thinking about it.
I don't know about the ending to this album, I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, I thought overall it's not a bad song, but holy fuck, man, that was funny. Oh man.
Alright, let's go on the Clips channel. No,
I don't know. Like, fucking love that part. I know overall this is not going to be in your. I can't stop thinking about it. I imagine like I just want to see like fuck what's that like they're doing the live performance of it and then just like flaking the top like sponge like the one SpongeBob thing where he does this like right at the I just don't know what I would say. I'd be like, what the fuck? Oh man, it's fucking hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess and think that you enjoyed the latter album more than this one because I certainly did.
What?
You enjoyed the last album more than this.
The latter would mean this, because the
Oh
former.
shit! I meant to say later. Oh fuck.
Whoops.
It's me being a dumb.
We'll get to my opinions. We'll get to my opinions on which album I would place over what later. Thank you.
Okay.
For now, let's do top threes.
Okay.
And I will totally go first on this one. I think I'm gonna put. Sorry for absolutely botching these, but I think I'm gonna put Clavier as number 3, number 2 as in Buchdisch, and then number 1 Spiel mit mir.
What?
Because, dude, just it has like such a creepy vibe to it. I just really enjoy that.
No, I thought you just like Clavier more than all of them. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
no, I much preferred Seaman. Not gonna lie.
oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
But it was very good.
Okay, cool. And then Book Dish. It's just Book Dish. No honorable mention. Nothing. Just 3.
Honorable mention to Sehnsucht, the title track for the intro. Maybe honorable mention to honorable mention to Tear because it sounds like Cage the Elephants. How about that?
I thought you would like do hospital. Okay. Honorable mention for me, and I'll go next. It's a tie between Sehnsucht and Clavier because I can't decide between them two, but I do like them both. Probably Sehnsucht would be my honorable mention. Number 3 is Engel because it's such a badass fucking song, man. I fucking love it. Number 2 is Du Hast because it's Du Hast. I'm putting it in there. It's such a banger song. And then number 1 is it's Book Dish.
Yeah,
it's Book Dish. That song.
You dirty slut.
Oh fuck. All right, just to give a little bit of clarity for the next album. The next album is Mutter, which means mother, and that is widely regarded as one of it's not maybe not just their best sounding wise, but also it's one of the better metal albums to exist. Apparently, that's a very like common thing to say, and that's we're gonna touch that.
The cover looks like a little fetus.
I think that was the point.
I was just explaining it for our audio user.
So yeah, there's another one in the books. What were we doing next, really? Oh yes. Categories.
So explain this to everybody who hasn't seen before.
60 seconds to guess the band member. We were going to categorize it to make it quick, and you have 60 seconds on the clock to figure out what the band member is. If you are unsuccessful, you lose, and you can never come back.
Forever. So what do you mean categories? We put it into categories to make it easier.
Yes, I will.
You gotta explain
I will put it in and make it easier. Okay. My category is going to be drummers.
Drummers. Okay.
Drummers that are still playing in bands today.
Okay. Mine will be also drummers that are still playing in bands today. You want
No.
me to go? Okay. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. 1 minute on the clock. Starting
So,
now.
Is it from? Are they from a band?
The fuck is this supposed to be for? Yes.
All right, can I restart my time?
Just
Restart the time. Restart the time. Restart the time.
fucking
Give me another
fine.
chance.
All right.
Put me in, coach. Put me in,
chance
coach.
at all. Fine. Here we go. Minute starting now.
Is it 2 from Sleep Token? Yes! Yeah! 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 You are my slave! You are beneath me! I'm above you!
That was like 4 seconds. Like not even like it was like less than a second. You give me a fucking minute to make some content.
I know you. I know you.
I just want to make some content. Like my god.
All right, content this. It's your turn now. Let me get a timer going. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Go.
Okay. Does he have long hair?
No.
Does he have a goatee?
No.
Is he blonde?
No.
Has he played on more than 5 albums?
No.
Played more than 5 albums.
Not in this current band.
Not in this. Okay, it's a current band. Okay. Is he? Oh my god. Is he like? Does he wear a mask?
Yes.
Is it Nikolai? I can't pronounce his
No.
last name. It's not Nikolai. Okay. It's not 2 from Sleep Token because I just did that. Is it? He's in Slipknot, isn't he? Is it Eloy Casagrande?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
13 seconds left on the clock.
Okay. Cool. Makes me happy. I got that one. That was
All right. Not as impressive as my astounding time on that one.
like a fucking record. Gonna have a fun time editing that in the feed. All right.
just put it into a clip. They love those. Like the kids love them.
Kids love them. They're gonna laugh their hats off. It's gonna be great. All right. I got nothing to say. I'm
basically I dominated and he's embarrassed. So you know what? That's just somehow how the ball rolls.
Could have like maybe had a little bit more fun with it just to get some content. Like,
I had plenty of fun.
I'm glad you are. We'll see you on the next episode, guys. We'll see you on the next episode.
All right.
Have a good night.
See you guys.
Have a good night.